Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today's reading, we're looking at, are you a martyr, and how much productivity you have been putting in at the moment, the things that you've been working on, but are you having any fun? And are you not allowing other people to help you during this phase of your life? So wherever that's coming from, if that resonates with you, then this reading might be for you. This might not be what the whole reading is about, but we are going to put the pieces of the puzzle together now. So we've got runes, I've got some animal cards as well, and some tarot. So let's have a little look and see what you are up to right now. What is in your energy at this time that we are looking at? Thorazaz as the first rune. Now this is a rune that can be about either taking action or non-action. It's kind of like having the discernment to know what is best for you at this point. Thorazaz is quite a defensive rune in terms of protection as well. So for many of you, you might be feeling quite defensive in your environment or around people, almost like you've put yourself into a space where you're a little bit thorny. Maybe you're feeling that you have to protect yourself from something. But this is where I'm talking about with the martyr kind of energy. So a martyr is somebody that's like, I do it all. I'm the one that does everything. Nobody can help me. And Thorazaz has this energy of sort of like, you are taking action, I feel, rather than inaction. It's like a fight or flight kind of response that you're going through right now. And with fight or flight, there's also a middle ground, which is freeze. I've found through life, there is this freeze as well, where you can be quiet, where you are expected to talk, you can't talk. You feel almost like not frozen in fear, but frozen, like you're stuck in a space. So for some of you, I feel like you've gone down the path of like flight. You are on it, you are productive, you are doing, and you are perhaps appearing like the martyr right now. And for others of you, you've gone into fight, which is kind of like you've been very defensive. You're keeping a boundary, you're not letting people in. And when you do communicate with people, it can be in quite a defensive way. And then there's some of you that are in this freeze, where it's like you don't know what to do next. You don't know where to go next. You're trying to find that way forward. So it might be more for you guys, this reading today, to help you with that forward step. Where do I go from here? Because I feel myself rooting down into a space that's actually maybe isolating. That is very strange. So Isa is all about that. Isa is about being in the moment, being present. So for those of you that are in that freeze at this point, observe yourself. Yeah, you've already pressed pause, so you've done that. So now there's a time for observing yourself. Where am I right now? What have I learned on this trip? What lessons can I take from that? What is it teaching me? And it allows you then to put yourself in a place of then, okay, I can see the path forward now. Once the big freeze has started to thaw, which is where you are kind of coming to, is allowing things to thaw. Speaking of Thor, this also represents Thor's hammer. So this is, it has the ability to destruct. It has the ability to break up things. And one thing I have read about Thorazaz is, imagine you've got like a garden full of rubble and rocky earth, and you've got this hammer or a sharp tool, and you start breaking that up. And the more you keep doing that, the more productive you are at doing that, you eventually break it up into fertile soil, which then you can grow from. So for some of you, that's where you're at right now, is you are breaking up that earth with your Thorazaz, but you're trying to do it all by yourself. And you've kind of placed yourself in this hermit energy, this space of doing, I do this all by myself. I am all by myself. And how are you feeling about that? Are you happy all by yourself, or are you asking for more, but you don't know how to ask for more? Or maybe you don't feel like you've got enough to give. We have Gebo. Gebo is a balance between masculine and feminine. So for whoever I'm talking to here, you have put a call out for your other half, for your counterpart, for your twin flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. You are in the midst of doing the work on yourself. You are in the midst of, breaking up that earth so that you can grow, but you don't want to grow on your own. You want to grow with somebody else. You want to grow with something else. So I do feel like this could be a bit of a love reading today. Something about wanting to be, well, not even love actually. It could just be that you want friendships, you want people around you, and you haven't had that potentially, and now you want that. So let's just have a look and see if there's any animal helpers, animal wardens that can give us any advice on where you are right now. There's a part of you that I feel you're quite proud of yourself for how far you've come by yourself, and you should be proud of yourself, definitely. But you are noticing this space that you sat in, that I feel it's becoming a little bit like you need more people around you now. You have hit a point of finding that, because pretty soon you're going to get so comfortable by yourself it's going to be even more difficult for anybody to become in there. We have safety on the bottom, the eel and the iris. So I'm going to there's a want deep within you about safety, feeling safe in other people's energy, safe to know, to be able to discern the difference between what is safe and what isn't safe as well, I'm picking up. We have the crow and dogwood, which is intelligence. Now to me, crows are messengers, and they are messengers from spirit. So if you've been seeing a lot of crows lately, they may be trying to talk to you about your divine guidance, about where you are right now and where you are headed. Now, let me just do this sum, because I'm not very good with Roman numerals. I think, wow, okay, I think this is 16, which is the tower. Okay, so this crow, it feels to me like that there are changes about to occur. There are challenges that you've come through. There has been chaos in your life, but now you are moving into a space of peace, of bringing more peace to you. Okay. Ooh. Something about the left ear there. So this could be, I'm not right as well. This is listening on both sides. So it's almost like on the masculine and the feminine. You have hit a place where you want to bring the two forces together for creation. And the crow and the dogwood with intelligence, you know the next part of your path. But for some of you, I feel like you've been in this isolation phase for a little while now. It's how do I get out of that? How do I move out of that space? So I'm going to just get another card for the animal wardens to see what information they can give us. Okay, so we've got more than we expected on that one. Independence, cat and lavender. I love lavender. So you are very independent, and I feel actually part of this journey that you've been on, you have realised just how independent you are, and maybe that's made you realise now the difference for you showing up in a new relationship, because maybe before you were a little bit codependent, maybe before you weren't feeling, maybe you always felt like you lost a part of yourself when you moved into a relationship, whereas now you're aware of how to grow by yourself. But that doesn't mean you have to grow by yourself. And determination, the ram and the dahlia. You are very determined, you're very stubborn. I feel for some of you, you may be a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, perhaps, energy on here. Very earthy energy. And with this energy, you need stability. That is at the heart of what you're looking for, is to feel stable, to feel safe, and to have that balance with a partner. And what you need now is you do like your independence, you do like time by yourself. And maybe in the past that hasn't been allowed in relationships. Maybe if you've gone to go and do your own thing, someone's kicked off as like, oh, you don't spend any time with me or anything like that. But you're having a realisation now that, you know, in order for you to show up in a relationship, you need to have that balance. You need to still be able to do the things that you want to do independently, but have that person there as well. So there's a level of maturity to that type of relationship. There's a level of consciousness to that kind of relationship. And, you know, cats can be very, not disloyal, but when they've had enough, they've had enough. Or if they don't want to, they just won't. That kind of energy. So maybe that's you. Maybe that's your kind of energy. And you are starting to accept that about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually very truthful, very real, very honest. But maybe in the past you've avoided this part of yourself in order to please the person that you're with. So I feel like Spirit are guiding you now. It's sort of like you need to show up fully as yourself, nothing hidden. And what is meant for you, it will stay in your life, won't it? Obviously, when you're in a relationship, there is an element of give and take. You have to express how you feel and what your needs are, and you have to also be able to listen to the other person as well to achieve that balance of Gebo. Okay, it's needed on both sides to achieve that. So let's see what the tarot is telling us about this, about where you are going next in this connection. So I do feel now, looking at this, that this is to do with the work that you've done ready and preparing for new love coming into your life, for something new to show up and bring in. I do like these cards. But again, they've got Roman numerals on as well. So do bear with me. If I look a bit blank, it's because I'm trying to work out what the X's are and the V's and the 1s and all of that. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant, the World, and the Knight of Coins. Whoa, okay. So this has been going quite slow. There's a very slow energy to this, but it's moving in this direction. So maybe it's taken you a while to discover this for yourself. Maybe it's taken you a little while to reach this. But I do feel for some of you that because of that, the hard work that you've put in, you know, for your own security and safety, you may, I'm getting an energy that you may feel like you are taking too long, or things are taking too long. And there's a fear there of like, well, what if I get there and it's all gone? It's a bit like somebody going like, you know, they've been doing other things on the way to the market, and then they realise when they get there, oh, it's 4 o'clock, the market's gone now. That's not going to happen here. Trust in what you're being guided to do, where you're being guided to go. The Knight of Coins. Somebody with a tattoo on their neck might be relevant as well. That might be you yourself, or it might be somebody, your significant other. But this could be about an offer coming in, somebody sort of, you know, wanting to give a small token of appreciation here. We have the World and the Hierophant. So there's something about being, something coming into completion. And with the Hierophant, there's lessons here. This is something that's been, you are being guided towards. I'm going to put that where you can see it actually. Okay. This whole thing has been a journey of lessons and guidance. And what it's actually guiding you towards is a completion of something that you needed to fulfill. So this is almost like a spiritual test that you've been on. And it feels to me, looking at these cards, you passed the test. You passed the test. So congratulations to you. Because the Hierophant is like a guide. It's like a wise counsel. And coupled with the World, you have been given a pass now. It's almost like a pass to explore all of the realms. Because you trusted yourself to stay put and to put the work in. Because of that hard work that you've put in, You know, this page of pentacles, page of coins, don't think this is you. I feel this, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. There's no gender in tarot, but this is you, and you are receiving that pentacle there because of the work that you've put in, however slow you feel it is. So whatever it is that you are looking to manifest, if you feel that all is lost because you took too long, it's not. It's not all lost. You're exactly where you need to be, and the timing is absolutely spot on. Don't ever doubt yourself on that. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups on here. So there's been some regret. There's been some pain. Yes, you are still in that energy of feeling like all is lost, aren't you? You feel like you've taken too long. I'm going to just get some more cards on that. So why is the Four of Cups here? Show us that. Why is the Four of Cups here? You know, I started this reading, I didn't have much time, and I've got a feeling it's going to go on a little bit longer than I expected. Yeah, temperance. Okay, so you feel like you've run out of time. And I feel for you. I do. Because you've put a lot of effort in, you put a lot of work in, you've been very patient. And that's why the Four of Cups is here, because there's regret that things have taken as long as they've taken. But you know what? You've been alchemizing, you've been putting things together. You've been working things out. Now, if the Magician was to come out as well now, then I would just freak out. Don't regret anything. Don't feel like all is lost, because it is not. Okay? You have gone so far within yourself. You way more than you ever have before in your life. That's the Four of Cups energy. You have gone so far into yourself, and you are feeling like there is definitely that energy of like all is lost. I've taken too long here. But don't forget, you have put all this effort in, but you haven't done that because of an outcome. Okay, don't think about I've done this because of this outcome. You've done this for yourself, and it was worth doing. Yeah. So whatever has happened that threw you into that energy of this hermit kind of energy, of this Easter energy, you know, it is actually bringing you to this balance between the masculine and the feminine. I feel like it's bringing you closer to your counterpart, to your soulmate. So let's get some more energy from this now. Let's have a look into Gebo. So why is Gebo here in this reading? What is this telling us about on here? Why is Gebo here? There's a fear of rejection as well, I'm getting on this. Yeah, okay. You want to talk. I feel like there's a want for communication. There is also, so I asked the question, didn't I, about Gebo on here. Now, with this energy, the King of Swords, I love the King of Swords, because this is when a decision has been made and there's like a quicker energy now. So it's almost like somebody wants to rush in and say something and do something. So Gebo is there. Perhaps there's been this realization about this balance between the masculine and feminine. There's been a realization about love. That's what I'm feeling from this. And you kind of had this realization, and there's been that regret there from this. So I do feel like there's something from the past coming through on this. So the King of Swords, let's see if there's anything else around that. Okay, we've got the High Priestess, but she's in the reverse position. So I do feel that there's been talk about this. Perhaps you've been talking to friends, family, and other people. There's something hidden. It's almost like a secret. And that could be your secret or somebody else harbouring a secret. But I feel like this could be your secret. You've been holding a secret in here. And it's almost like you've been holding this in for some time, and suddenly had this realisation, like, I need to come forward now. I need to speak about this. I need to get this out. and the King of Swords is there ready to go. You know, it's someone that will lead mentally. It's bringing it through in a very clear and precise, logical, you know, having the courage to come forward, basically. And we have the Three of Cups on the bottom of there. So there is a want for collaboration here. There's a want to work things out. There is a want for, yeah, coming together, basically. So what is the outcome of this for the viewer? What is going to happen to this? Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on the time as well. Oh my life. So, the outcome, guys. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords together. I don't think you could get more counterpart if you tried. So this is the perfect balance of masculine and feminine. This is the perfect balance of masculine and feminine. So whatever it is that you have been holding back from, whatever it is you've been working towards, that's taking so long, that you've been patient about and purposeful about and having regrets about, this is actually telling you that this is your divine counterpart. This is your balance of masculine and feminine. If you ever doubted it, don't, because it's there. Okay, so all of this hard work that you've been putting in, all of this energy where you have been sat in that state, in that freeze moment, you've been learning those lessons, you have been working through. So it's now time to come out of the martyr and into that Three of Cups energy. We've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom as well. So there's emotional fulfillment here. You need to allow yourself to show those emotions I'm feeling from this in order to get that out there. This has been a lovely, lovely reading, but I am going to have to stop it there. If you would like to further this reading, then please do get in touch and we can do a personal full reading. Also, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I will speak to you again later. Have a blessed day.